Ms. Jones-Brown, you can proceed.
Mr. Taylor, how old are you?
25.
Thank you. How old were you in 2016?
17.
So when you were 17 years old, you were friends with Larry Ordway and Maurice Gordon, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you were cousins with Anwan Carter. You are cousins with him. Were you running around with your cousin Anwan? Did you all four hang out?
Yeah. Yeah.
How did you know Larry and Maurice? How did you meet them?
I met them through one of my cousins, Antoine.
You met them through your cousin Antoine?
Mm-hmm.
And how is Antoine related to Anwan?
They're brothers.
They're brothers. Okay. Did you all hang out with more people?
Nah, it was just usually us.
Okay. What sort of stuff would you do?
Females, chill, party, stuff like that.
Where did you go to school?
Went to Lassiter, I went to Butler High School.
Where'd you say?
I went to Lassiter Middle, and I went to Butler High School.
Butler High School?
Yeah.
So did you go to school with any of them?
Now my cousin Antoine did. That's how I met them. They went to school together, and they came to my granny's house one day.
What neighborhood did you live in back then?
I lived in the South with my cousin.
What do you mean by the South?
South there, like by Olmsted Middle School, our boys' school. You know, in the
Is
South
that where
there.
they all went to school?
Yeah, they all went to school there.
So you would hang out with them after school?
Yeah.
Were you and Anwan friends when you were little kids?
No, not really. I mean, he just my cousin's like blood brother, so I looked at him as like a brother too.
So you were closer to Antoine at first than Anwan, is that what you're saying?
Me and Antoine grew up together. His mama is my mama's sister. She passed away, Stacy. She passed away, so me and Antoine, we've been tight since I was young.
And was Anwan his little brother? At some point, did anybody in that group introduce you to Brice Rhodes?
Maurice and Larry.
Maurice and Larry did?
Mm-hmm.
About how long did you know Maurice and Larry before they died?
About 4 years.
4 years?
Mm-hmm.
About how long did you know Brice Rhodes?
I don't remember.
Had you known him, would you say weeks, months, or years before the murders?
I don't remember.
Okay. Years?
Probably about, it wasn't that long though. It wasn't no year.
Wasn't no year?
No.
And you met him through, I believe you said Maurice and Larry?
Hmm.
Okay. What sort of things would you all do with him?
No. Just chill. Really.
Would he take you all out
Time to time.
from time to time? Did he take you all out to eat?
Time to time.
Did he buy you all stuff?
Time to time.
Sure.
How often would you all hang out with him?
I hung with N1 more than anybody, and Brice and Larry more than anybody. So I can't say how many times we hung together, or how often, but it was often. But it wasn't more than I hung with them two and N1.
Could you, I'm so sorry, but I could not hear all of that. If you could lean closer in.
We hung with them sometimes, but I mean it was mostly me, Brice and Larry, and N1. It wasn't, you know.
So it was mostly you four, sometimes him.
Yeah.
How old was he, if you recall?
Who?
Mr. Rhodes.
I don't know.
Was he older
He's
than you all?
older than us.
Did you all ever, well, anytime you hung out with him, were they there, your friends there too? Or did you ever hang out with him, just you and him?
It was mostly just me, him, and Brice and Larry and Butter. And
Okay, and I believe you just said Butta. What is
it's N1.
that's Anwan's nickname?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but let me ask the attorneys to come up. Mr. Faccio, would you mind to come up too? Thanks so much. Sorry for the interruption.
I ain't got nothing to say.
Okay, Mr. Taylor, I want to turn to the May 4th incident.
I ain't got nothing to say.
Sir, leading up to May 4th of 2016, can you tell us what happened?
I ain't got nothing to say. I respect what y'all doing here, but I ain't got nothing to say about the incident.
Well, that's not true, right? You don't want to, right? But you do have something to say. Can you please tell the jury about the May 4th incident? You saw the jury what happened the night Christopher Jones was shot. On 41st Street. Sorry, I know it's hard. Mr. Taylor, were you on 41st Street the night Christopher Jones was shot?
I ain't got nothing to say.
On May 4th, 2016, were you in a car on 41st Street?
I ain't got nothing to say.
Sir, do you understand this is a court
Yes, ma'am.
and that witnesses get sworn in, and that they answer questions? You understand that, correct?
Yes, ma'am. I ain't
You
got
understand that you have information that the jury needs about this case, right? Do you understand that? Do you want me to ask it in smaller questions? Does that help better? Mr. Taylor, were you with those people that you have just talked about? Maurice, Larry, Anwan, and Brice Rhodes on May 4th, 2016? Just answer that question. Were you with them that night? May 3rd into May 4th, 2016. So there are 3 answers you could give to that question. You could say, yes, I was with them, no, I wasn't with them, or I don't remember. What is your answer to that question? Mr. Taylor, do you remember a conversation that you had with Detective Tonelli about this incident? And we're going to need you to say an answer. It could be yes, no, or I don't remember.
Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, I need to speak with this witness outside of your presence and ask you to come back again, and we'll just say 2 o'clock. Take 15 minutes.
All rise for the jury.